Sometimes, becoming rich doesn't require a genius plan, years of hard work, or even ambition. It just takes a lucky break. From stumbling across buried treasure to finding million-dollar mistakes. These are the 10 luckiest discoveries that instantly turned ordinary people into millionaires. You might just start checking your backyard after this list. In 2009, a British man named Terry Herbert was using his metal detector in a farmer's field when he found something glinting underground. That something turned out to be the Staffordshire hoard, the largest collection of Anglo-Saxon gold and silver ever discovered. It included over 3,500 pieces, some from the 7th century, crafted with intricate designs and gemstones. The entire find was valued at over $4 million, and Herbert got half of it as his share. Not bad for a weekend hobby. In 2011, a California couple was walking their dog on their property when they noticed a rusty can sticking out of the ground. Inside, $10 million in rare 19th century gold coins, known as the Saddle Ridge Hoard. These coins were in near mint condition, and some were worth over $1 million each individually. Experts believe someone buried them in the 1800s and never came back. The couple chose to remain anonymous, but they never had to worry about bills again. Sometimes luck strikes while shopping. A Philadelphia man bought an old painting at a flea market for $4. He didn't care much for the artwork, but liked the frame. It's a reminder that sometimes fortune really does favor the lucky. Maybe your next walk, garage sale, or home project could uncover something worth millions. When he tried to remove it, he discovered an original copy of the U.S. Declaration of Independence hidden behind the canvas. It turned out to be one of only 25 remaining copies from 1776. He later sold it at auction for over $2.4 million. An unemployed man in the UK named Michael Sparks was browsing a thrift shop when he picked up what he thought was a cheap replica of a historical document. In 2013, a man in the Czech Republic was renovating his house when he decided to dig up his yard to install new pipes. What he uncovered was a stash of gold coins from the 1930s buried in a rusty box. The coins turned out to be extremely rare and historically significant, eventually being auctioned off for over $1.5 million. Turns out his backyard was more valuable than the house itself. While exploring the Australian outback, a miner named Mick Brown stumbled across a 12-pound gold nugget sticking out of the ground. Dubbed the Welcome Stranger 2, the nugget was one of the largest found in decades and fetched over $150,000. Brown had only been mining recreationally. One strike of the pickaxe and he became instantly wealthy. In 2016, a woman bought a sparkly costume ring at a garage sale in London for just £10. She wore it for fun for years before taking it to a jeweler on a whim. To her shock, the jeweler confirmed it was a 26-carat diamond from the 19th century. The ring was auctioned at Sotheby's for $850,000. Not bad for what she thought was cheap plastic jewelry. In 2007, a man cleaning out his grandfather's attic in Milwaukee found an old showbox full of baseball cards. Among them were several near-perfect condition Honus Wagner T-06 cards, one of the rarest and most valuable baseball cards in the world. The collection sold for nearly $3 million at auction. What was nearly thrown out turned into generational wealth. One man's trash really is another man's treasure. In New York, a man salvaging furniture from a sidewalk spotted an abandoned couch. When he got it home, he felt something strange in the cushions. Inside was $40,000 in cold hard cash. He tracked down the original owner's family, who let him keep a portion of the money as thanks. Not a bad reward for free furniture. Finally, a contractor renovating an old home in Canada found $500,000 hidden in the walls wrapped in newspaper from the 1930s. The money had likely been hidden during the Great Depression. After a lengthy legal process, the contractor got to keep a portion of the cash. Talk about getting paid twice for one job. These lucky people didn't invent the next big app or trade stocks on Wall Street. They simply stumbled into life-changing discoveries through pure chance.